Hey Flosstube, it's Jez'Reel with Stitchery Witchery. It has been a hot minute because I can never find alone time with 3 kids in the house and the baby always wants to be a part of the video. However, I finally have a free afternoon. I just got off work in a quiet house. So my original plan had been to show some new cross-stitching kits that I had ordered. I left one of them in my husband's car because I started it. And I only have one. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you some presents my husband got me and some of my WIPS. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I bought this from GBFKE with a coupon code from the Boogie Stitcher. So here's the picture. I think she's so cute. I love these. Super cute. And it's got the shiny back, which I do really like these a lot more than the paper ones because they're just a little bit more durable, even though I don't really use them. And we've got this here. So it's not super big. It's a 50 by 50. It does have some instructions on the corner like they usually do. The print on the fabric, not the fabric, but the pattern looks really clear. I don't think there's going to be too much that's going to be difficult to be like, oh, well, this looks really similar to this, except for like this area that's got these little like greater, less than symbols, and then like some dashes and dots kind of like all mingled in there, and they're all kind of like the same color. So I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm trying not to get my... That was my alarm going off. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully this edit will piece it together pretty good. I am still trying to figure out how to like add pictures into my videos and do fancy editing things because I am not technologically like advanced. The fabric is not super starchy. The printing looks pretty clear. Got a nice photo in the corner. It's still small, but fairly well printed, so you can still see it pretty good. And actually, so like on the pattern itself, that area that I was concerned about on the paper pattern is actually stamped pretty clearly, and it doesn't look too difficult to determine one from the other. But the stamping is very clear. And the edges are serged. I really like that. There's, I don't know, I guess it's like a smaller margin, but it's not, I don't think it's too bad. It doesn't bother me. Like that's enough margin for me because I have taken to stitching in hand with these now, and I really, really like that. So I just kind of, I'll show you on the other one. I just kind of roll it, and then wherever I'm stitching, I just stitch in hand there. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. There's some large color blocking areas, so that's nice because sometimes when it gets to be like stitching, because I haven't learned how to park yet either, the confetti gets really annoying and I don't like it. Okay. So these are gold tipped needles. I don't mind these either. They do tend to bend on me a lot though. And then a little squishy ball, a needle threader, and little, I guess this is a finger guard. I don't use those either. Although I probably should because I tend to stab myself a lot. We got several hanks of these pinks. Are they the same pink? They are not. So these are 2 different shades of pink. Oh, you can see the better in the light there. I really like those. They're nice and soft. And then a 3rd shade of pink. I like that. I'm really liking like floral, whatever, flower patterns. Like pastel colors, very pretty, vibrant colors. So here is one floss card here. I'm getting it all tangled. Those are really pretty and I think they're gonna look good. And the other floss card, it's kind of a mess. I ordered these like months ago and I'm just now getting around to actually looking at them and pulling them out. And like I said, like trying to do the video the first time was not working because of my toddler. So there's this one side. I really like that dark blue and this minty green color in there. These are all very pretty. And then we've got some of the deeper purples and pinks on this side. And then this looks a lot more brown in the lighting on the camera, but it's like a taupey kind of color. Maybe a mauve, I don't know. So those are really pretty. And then from this same order, I also bought my son, he's about 8. I bought him a pattern. He wanted Eevee from Pokemon, and I thought, ooh, crinkle warning. I thought that a stamped pattern might be a little easier for him because he didn't have to count anything. He could just do some color blocks. So we found one that has a big section of color blocks, but it was still going to be fun for him. He could still work on it and have fun without having to like count or get too stuck on it. So that way when we're stitching together, we can both actually be stitching. Okay, so now we're gonna do the little WIPS. I like to use these little totes from Walmart. My toddler likes to call his Captain America shield. They have a little tray inside, and I put my bobbins and my winder and my floss cards. I actually have these little floss cards from Hobby Lobby. You can write on the back. I like these. They fit in here really nicely. Your winder actually fits in the tray really nicely. So if you're winding and kind of kitting up, that's really nice. I like that. So, and then in the bottom, it fits my 6-inch hoop and my little kit. I don't know, my scissors and my wax and bits of thread that I have. So this first pattern I've been working on, I think, since March. Maybe? Let me see here. I wrote it down. Yeah, March 11th. And I haven't had a whole lot of time, but it's from, I got the pattern on Etsy from Scooshy's Stitch Bits. So it came with a nice black and white pattern that's easy to read. And then, you know, obviously like the full actual pattern with like your colors and everything. It was really nice. I liked it. So I am almost done. I really like the Addams Family. So I loved this. This is on 16 count. Is it 16 count? It's 16 count. It's called Mind Blowing. And I absolutely love this fabric. It kind of gave me this gloomy type feel to offset the pastels, and I think it just contrasts really nicely. I also got this Mr. Darcy on Etsy. It's my first needle minder. I bought a little set. Well, I bought Mrs. Bennett for my mom, who I got into stitching, and then I bought Mr. Darcy for myself. So this is how I kind of have this one kitted up. It's just in this box with all the colors, everything like that. It makes it real simple. Just an easy little tote to carry around. You know, I stick it in my car because I'll stitch on my lunch breaks and stuff. I ended up buying another one because I liked it so much. I bought one for my mom. And those are $6 at Walmart, so not bad. I did just buy this ink circle pattern from my local stitch shop, And a girl that I work with loves possums, so I thought she would think this is super cute. I actually got this whole kit for like $6 maybe, because my shop will do this little grab bag, and anything that you can fit in this bag that's from like a specifically marked like bin is 80% off. So I got the pattern itself, and then it came, you know, it's got all of the information on the back. I got the fabric size of, and this is actually like the fabric that the pattern calls for. So I thought that was kind of cool because I normally switch out the fabric, but I did really like that one. And they even gave me a scrap, and I have a lot of little tiny patterns that I haven't from this, you know, one of those little tiny books for like an hour or two cross stitch projects. And then all of the thread for the project. There's not that many colors, so this should be pretty quick. This is 18 count silver mist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. I think it's going to be a super cute little project, and when I'm done, think I'd like it to turn it into like a little mirror hanger for her, so she can have it you know, she can have somewhere to hang it, and doesn't require putting holes in the wall or anything like that, or getting command hooks. So that is that one. That was cute. And I think I paid, this whole kit was less than $6 because of the sale. And I love me a good deal. I do. My husband also bought me another little project bag. So cute. So I think I might use that to kit this up. And then we have this one. I bought this pattern from Cross Stitch with Art on Etsy. And it says "Not Today, Satan." And I don't have the, so I like the black and white patterns that you can print out, because then it makes it easier when I'm highlighting and everything. But this one is they're so tiny. They're just so tiny. And I bought this with a like passel of other ones. The one that I did was the Fuck Around and Find Out, and I bought it from the same store. And I have this really bad habit of, I don't look at the stitch count or the, like, you know, for the size. I don't look at how many colors are involved. I'm just like, oh, I like that pattern, I'm gonna do it. And then I do it and I'm overwhelmed because I was like, I overestimated my abilities here. Oh, look at this, I do. So I started this one in January. The author is Mary Anna Oz through Cross Stitch with Art, and you can find her on Etsy. So this is actually, I do have this, which is nice. So that's the big picture. It's really, really pretty, and I found this gorgeous, I think it's called Ray of Light. This gorgeous yellow to do it. So I have finished all the words, and I am starting on the flowers, and this is where I'm getting frustrated because it's like a couple stitches of this color and a couple stitches of this color and a couple stitches here. And all I can think about is when I get to the greens of the leaves, and they're going to be alternating the different shades, and it's just going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. But this one is for no one in particular, so I can take my time on it. Like I said, like this is the Ray of Light. It's a 14 count. Beautiful, beautiful color. I think it'll look really nice when everything is finished. And then this is a little needle minder my husband got me. He's actually making me a air dried clay mold right now for like my needle minders and rocks and things like that, so that I have a little place to put them. And then this one I just have kitted up in the plastic bag that they give me at my local needlework shop for the fabric, and it just works pretty easy in there for me. And then my mom gave me this milkshake bag that she got when she bought some of her products. So I have all my threads in there. You know, you can see that I am wonderful at keeping them all on the loop, and got my highlighters and, you know, of course, chapstick, because that's super important when you're cross stitching. So I keep these ones all together. And now I don't have the pattern printed for this next one, but I got it from the Gothic Spirit shop on Etsy. And this is a fantastic example of, I don't look at what I buy. I'm just like, oh, that's a really neat pattern that she would love. Because I bought it for a friend. And this project is going to be so big. So big. And I think a lot of the local needlework shops will do these little tags for you. I love these tags because it helps keep stuff fresh, or if I, you know, take so long starting, I forget. This is the 16 count Mind Blowing Ada, and the design, the fabric size is 22 by 19. And that just kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. I'm not even actually going to unfold this, but you can see it's gorgeous color, just very well dyed. And they were actually, they're almost out of this, and I think I've bought the majority of what they had because it just worked really, really nicely. The stitch count is 249 by 234, and the design size itself is actually a 16 by 15. And I have never used Sullivan's thread before, but they have the fabric, or the thread, the floss color here, and then they have the DMC equivalent here. So I was able to go through, and I bought, of course, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to buy the fabric, so I'm going to buy all of the floss. So this is what has happened. This project, it is a little, what looks like a cat skull with these dark maroon wine red flowers around it. Very gothy, spooky type pattern that just fits with this coworker that I'm going to give it to. So I have been very slowly winding all my floss. So I have the DMC color here, the Sullivan's color here, and then what I actually started doing was these. I cut these off so that you can see both the Sullivan's number and the DMC number, and I trim it to fit right here in the middle, and I tape it down, and then I wind my floss around it after I've labeled, and then I toss it right back in the bag, because previously I have my floss box and I have all my floss in there, and then I'm sitting there digging out colors and trying to find them, and I've mislabeled, or like a label has come off because I had originally gotten those DMC labels that don't stick to anything. So I think I'm down to like 10 of these to be wound now. So they've just been getting chucked in there because I don't have the patience for anything else. And I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. I did get, this is another, I think I showed this on another video. I got this pattern, Whip It Good, from Heartstring Samplery. I think this is my first one of these, and I just thought it was so cute, and I love the idea that it's a monochromatic pattern. And then I got the bright idea that I really wanted to do it on a dark blue pattern, or a dark blue fabric. So I did get this very pretty navy blue going on. And it is called, it's just 14 count navy. And then I'm going to do the stitching in this very pretty gold color that I'm super excited to start on it, but I haven't started on it. Mainly because we've had I've been doing a military exercise for like a month. So when I started, I wanted to have I need to get another hoop. And then I just want a nice clean space to be working on it because it's so pretty. And then last but not least, I think this was a Valentine's Day gift from my husband, and I don't have the shop that he ordered it from off the top of my head, but he's like, hey, send me some gift ideas for Valentine's. So I sent him my Etsy lists of like project bags and needle minders and patterns and things like that. And this man bought me this gorgeous project bag. Absolutely beautiful, phenomenal. It's really thick. The plastic is very sturdy. Oh, it says, this little tag here says Little Boat 88. So I am gonna go on a wild hair and say that is who made it. Possibly the shop. I will try and put that down in the description. It also came with your little, oh, I didn't even notice this. Look how cute. It's beautiful. It's just felt on the inside, but this is a really nice, like thick quality fabric. The stitching is beautiful and straight. I love the little plastic clasp in here. You've got a loopy. I've never actually had one of these, so I'm not sure what everything is for, but I'm assuming that you can just put your little needles in the felt and probably hook a pen here and then pop in your scissors and just have your little, is it closing? It closed. It doesn't really snap like the metal ones do, so it's kind of hard to like know that it's closed, but it's closed. Like I'm not pulling super hard, but it doesn't just pop open with the slightest bit of pressure, so that's cool. But yeah, I love this. So this is something that I had on my Etsy favorites collection. And so he picked it out all on his own and surprised me with it, and I am in love. So my winding project and my Whip It Good project have gone into this bag together, just so that like I had them all together. So when I was at work, if I had some downtime, I would wind floss. So I had a whole bunch of stitching stuff with me, but I've only actually done like 30 minutes of stitching in like the last month. And then last but not least, this is the flower tiger that I have been working on, and I don't know, I haven't gotten very far, but it's coming along. I've been using this one to learn how to stitch in hand, so I'm very excited with the progress so far. And there's still a good portion of like color blocking left, so I don't have to worry too much about like popping here and there for different colors. And then when I'm stitching, I just roll the bottom up, and I keep my needles up here because I don't have like a whole bunch of needle minders, but I roll it up like this, and then I stick a pin in it so it doesn't go anywhere, and then I just stitch in hand. And I have been really enjoying that a lot. And that is my little update. I think it's probably going to be a while between updates for all three of you that are watching. We are trying to buy a house and move out of our old rental because we're getting PCS'd back to the area where I am staying with family. So probably be a little while between updates, but I'll probably include a house tour with the next one and hopefully I will be able to actually organize and gather everything so you can see the new kits that I've ordered, new projects and patterns that I've gotten from the local needle workshop, and do some more WIPS, hopefully some finished objects, finished pieces, hopefully. And that is it. That is all I have on hand. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments what you've been working on, and if you have any suggestions for video content or what you'd like to see, or even like some stitch with me. I'd have to figure that out. Or if you have suggestions on good video editing apps.